Romans, and we are back with another I Love It Colonel Sanders Day Simulator finale. So let's get to it. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something bad happened. Something had happened to you. It's okay, but now that it turns out, you're fine. You can get up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Pop, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better harness those wild horses, young man. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little guy. Long story short, he took me to his favorite sushi house, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say sushi house? As if that's a thing that people just say? What is that even referring to? Shosh house. And now I'm not really sure where I stand. You don't give Marianne time to tell her whole story. However, buttoning up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Marion tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rival in the square. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact, because you know he's Pop. Why, swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Haha, Sprinkle is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person in the school. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare to pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You got some nerve, Rosie. Such as I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday makes your accent make you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrived just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A natural intuitive person. He sensed that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Rosie, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting for by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hand, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing? Complimenting her. But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is Received? That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Rosie. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we talk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of finding food. See you inside, Rosie. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the squad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slightly you feel by the interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that is a book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found laying around. I would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can't think of one surefire way to find out. You open the page covered with ancient arcane warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edge of the page. I could use the spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrap out Constant, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way direct. Couldn't you just do something else, like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, is direct, but desperate times call for desperate measure. You've got a memory erasing spell setting right in front of you, and pretty good excuse to try it out. Cast the forbidden spell. Don't do it after. I'm not gonna erase Colonel Sanders from my memory. If I do that, I'll forget everything that happened between us. Of course I'm not gonna do that. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkle is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scratches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sparkle. Wait to see what happens. Sprinkle stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkle turns feral and rolls to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Oh, that's so cute. Teacher, I told you to never come back here. Terrence, I told you to never come back here. Terrence, I will destroy you. Terrence. Sprinkle is barking ferociously, blowing flying off of his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything bad. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sparkle is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Rosie. Reminding me to out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before you can go any further, before he can't go any further, Marianne's love drama spilled over into the class. Sprinkle is interrupted by sad whimpering coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class, but I missed you. We went on one date, Pop, and how can you miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he plans his case to Miriam. Every time I blink, you go away again. That's a really cute thing to say, Miriam. That's a really cute thing to say, Miriam. What happened between you and Pop? I got her in trouble and now she's mad at me. I didn't just get in trouble. I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blames me for getting him banned from every museum we set foot in. Museum? Oh, so that's what you meant by shock house. Pop, we went on one date. We're over. And it meant so much to me that I made this for you. To her to go on arguing, Pop leaves his creation behind and runs out of the room. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate, but we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition, showdown, challenge, exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you on the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby, in need of Pop's talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay? I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny Coca-Cola is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this. But I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you are gonna crush through this final test and hit the corporal line to city. Marianne brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to settle up on Colonel Sander, Dally, and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe. Sorta. But I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it. And a ranch big enough for both of you and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clang or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest in. Anyhow, Marianne gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup, and I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it. While you were pep talking, Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decide to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Von Von, the supposed madman. and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through the quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Rosie's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish came second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cream sensation is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Rosie, what are you doing here? There is still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You usually happily share your food with everyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desire, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it like there was no sound at all. Fuss up about your practice dish. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you will expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You know it was a pot pie just from the smell. Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I can smell that it was made with a helping of TLC. But it's probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkle lays down the ground rules. Set to cook with everything you got. You step up for the cooking off of a lifetime. Meanwhile, both Vanva and Ashley are properly wildly elaborate dish per their usual over-the-top sleeves. Marianne has her giant, magnificent glass and several set of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at full 10 out of 10, with a freezing of action. Frenzies of action. Everyone is calling out really cool, special cooking moves as they prepared their food. Whoa, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Marianne furiously injects ingredients into a itsy bitsy pot of broth. Best friend Bessie Black. Vanva flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll. Ashley spread her pastry off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality is the name. Even Clank gets in on it. 5,000 points. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? Is this signature as we foretold? We mustn't let it happen or the plane uprising will take us off. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugged Clank and rolled him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out and is going to use some dark magic to turn the tide. You got a book of your own, and you're desperate. Not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to find magic with magic, even in almost evil magic? Cast a spell. Do it the hard way. We're gonna do this the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Cardinal Center sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Rosie. Marian notices too.
Ah.
And I've always believed in you, Rosie, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Marian is at your station, cheering for you. Marian, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking? Tiny food, short cook time? I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Marian tosses a handful of spices directly into your bowling noodles.
Aha!
It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get wheat from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Marian flying backwards. The wiry noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eye. It is Steve, the sport monster. Steve, wait, what happened to Gorku? You're not here to battle me, are you? We sport monsters are many. I think Gorku had the day off, but you have Conjurer Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'll say you're doing pretty alright. Hey, you're in the middle of cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids in your culinary skill really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve, the sport monster, noticed that you've got the grimace dash beneath your cooking station. I see. What are you up to? Crisscross some magic items and accidentally summon me, huh? Huh? Yeah, you guessed it. Sort of. If you're here, would you mind tossing some French noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little sport pup back in the old country, you could feel sport monsters bending up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they're coming from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in Monster School that I had fallen asleep during score test tactics class. And when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered the huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. You summon extra power from deep down within yourself, give up, and drop out of current school. summon extra power from deep down within yourself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure, my hands are steady. My taste buds have been prepared their entire life for. Yes, Rosie, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady. My taste buds have been prepared their entire life for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. What am I? Some sort of cooking god now? You know that with this power you can do anything except turn back time, which probably would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie cooked in the oven and can be served. But don't worry, dear Rosie, you may have suffered some setback, but all is not lost. Impressed with your virtue, Cardinal Santa decided that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you managed to make is mac and cheese. Time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Center, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. Whitey guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combination can have surprising effects that surpass their individual effects. Are you suggesting? If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union. Time's up, student. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare the present to present your dish. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some student. Pop, pop, clank. From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Haha, I'm flying. It sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there. Marian, will you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on the broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Vanva have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can feel my legs. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Oh my god, poor Pop. Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCS AL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks? Pranks? Clank, where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature weird beep or other on top onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he got unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final project. Yes, it has been a long semester. It's only been 3 days. How is 3 days a long semester? Whoa, 3 whole days. Long? But after days of hard work, this time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender undo noodles in savory soup. Oh my god. Her food is so freaking small. It's so tiny. It's like she's making food for like little mini human slash ants, bugs. How did she get like a small ball that small? How did she get these little tiny things? Well, I guess they do have made these. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure these sort of small tiny food do exist actually. But they're so small. Oh my god, it's so cute. My world, it's so delicious. Delicate. Is that a tiny Normark ice spine? Aloft in this tiny bistro bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Sparkle. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaf that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffed around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thumb's worth of soup. A plus. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Marianne is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Rosie, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up next. Now describe your dish. I made. Oh, that's. I actually like this form of idea of the dish. Onion over smooth egg crust moisture in an egg. I can't say the name. Calvin Archin shell. Topped with covering. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different color type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? It does look cool, but is it eatable? That's the question. Sprinkle leans in to sniff the altar, but he couldn't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it, extremely causing the custard to slush around. Woof, woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr. Finally, Sprinkle goes all in. Tongues first, but he couldn't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Youch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat that. It kept poking my nose. True. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van Van does not go gentle into the night.
Ah!
Disqualified for glamour? Don't don't discount don't discount temper thing. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles grudges grumpily laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I don't drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. True. Next student. Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rose water syrup, topped with French margarine and connected by sugar glass. Ooh, fancy. That exactly doesn't sound that bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'll ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. But you're supposed to eat it. This is not a display competition. This is a test of cooking and eating one's dish, not displaying a piece of food. Don't eat the food at a cookie school? Got toast in your ears or something, Rosie? I told you, it's a display piece. Actually, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'll go to the College of Eating School for the hungry. Cooking school is the same thing as eating. You can't become a good cook if you can't eat the food that you're cooking. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insist, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley and she finally cannot keep her two-faced Russian routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone else. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. Two chefs. What begins as a bowl of delicate mac and cheese has become something else. Oh my god. Oh, that is delicious. Mac and cheese with chicken tenders. That's so good. He examined it closely, sniffs, and eyeing the bowl. Oh, I did not have a good feeling about this. From somewhere, lyric drum roll plays. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing, a complete bowl, and completely blow me away. In my 49 years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfect balance. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passed class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gather around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is impressive. Even the Bonbon actually are drawn back by its magnetic magnetic fragrance. Magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkle declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the second year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely created in order to serve as the site of the school graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house. Oh, I like that. I actually like that. You know that Sparkle was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turnablast, who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Bonbon actually told everyone that they committed themselves to righting the wrong they did while they were the villain. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not any other hunting. No goes allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school by law. I was never actually ghost. It was all a trick to get you to fight notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He has totally maled out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here on out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he has to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know, she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls up across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiering. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you see Torch atop his dirty chef hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. You know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma. So we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wings on the school. Not to mention the honor of educating the son of the controlling of such I can't say that word. Marianne, will you be my lady king? What an incredible turn of events. An offer to join the royal family. It's like a dream come true. You'll get to be a princess, or maybe queen. I'm not sure if he even knows, but either way, crowns and gowns, babies? I'm sorry, Pop, but I'm not interested. Not now, at least. I got so much to do with my life. A twist on a twist. So many more 3 days university to attend. So many tiny foods and meteorically grapes, and then watch get acceptably blown away by a single sneeze. Okay, dokie. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electricity hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal the truth. Who he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from faraway planet in another dimension. What? I actually feel like I knew this whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. A portal opens up and Clank disappeared through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. Ooh. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. Ooh. This is like a beautiful right here. This is so beautiful right here. The whole set. The end. Wait, what? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Rosie, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head? Oh, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Will you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100 franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be glad to spend it together with you, Rose. How sweet! We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stopped dead in his track. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurant? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running a restaurant is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school. Oh, my dear Rosie, I'm sure you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you have me by your side. The end. Well then, everyone, that's the end of I Love You, Colonel Sanders Dating Simulator. I hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like and comment down below. Bye.